So, guys, we're going to meet our quota here. We're doing our first, and our only, in this case, Kickstarter actual piece of news. Now, I say Kickstarter actual because, yes, we did the Patreon one, and that's kind of crowdsourcing, if you will, but it's not Kickstarter. And dang it, we didn't do one last time, and I felt sad about it. I cried for weeks. So, that's what...
Put on your VR visual headsets and get ready.
Yeah, for Tokyo Chronos. Tokyo Chronos? You haven't heard of Tokyo Chronos? I don't think many people have. But
it's a visual novel.
Yeah, it's a visual novel. It's a strange idea, but you know what? Apparently people enjoyed it because I'm pretty sure it got funded. Like, it got funded. It got 75,000 US dollars. I'm sorry. Wait, no. 75,000 is actually the baseline. So let's be correct here. As of this recording, I want to see how much it's actually made. Tristan, could you check that while I tell the people what this is actually about?
Could you crunch the numbers?
Yeah, exactly. Can you just click on the Kickstarter link? Because I don't want to get out of this. Because I'll tell the good people what this is about. Tokyo Chronos is a mystery novel about 8 childhood friends separated from the reality of this world and trapped in an empty Shibuya, barren of any other souls. As time and space seemingly comes to a halt, the 8 begin to disappear, one by one. It's the perfect Halloween in July VR experience. What has happened to this world? What is happening to the ones trapped inside this hollow void? Who is the culprit that set the mystery in motion in a space that stands still? So, Tristan, tell me, have they gotten their campaign funded or no?
They are currently at... Drum roll, please. Roughly 30,000 out of the pledge goal of 75,000.
And is it a fixed goal or is it flexible?
It seems like a fixed goal.
Okay. How many days are left as of this recording?
There are 34 days, and they have 392 backers.
Okay, that's 34 days is actually a lot of days. Now, here's the interesting thing, right? So, it's kind of funny. So I wanted to report on this because it's a Kickstarter, as we do. We always report on Kickstarters, but I don't know if I'm going to be playing this game. Which is kind of like, Matt, why? It's nothing to do with the game itself. It's actually the fact that I feel weird about trying to do VR. And it's not about it being like, oh, it's a fancy new thing, so I can't do fancy new things. No, it's not that. It's not like I'm old, right, with my cane and my broken hip. It's the fact that I hear that VR can mess with your eyes. Now, everything messes with your eyes, yes. But as someone who wears glasses, I don't know if at this point in my life I want to put on VR and have it affect me years down the line.
Right.
Now, I got to do some more research on VR first, but also VR is expensive.
And it also takes a decent amount of space, too.
Right, of course. In terms of, depending on where you... Because, what do you mean by space? You mean like how large the headsets are, or...?
No, and just needing... Well, I mean, it depends on the game, I guess, but like needing to look around and have space around you.
Well, no, to be fair, though, you have a PS4. If you're playing this on the PS4 and it's in your room, then you're fine. Right. Now, if you got to play it on the PC, where you are right now, you're going to fight your cat and not even know it. You're going to be like, this game is getting so intense, and fucking Patchy is just biting your arm, like, save me. Like, you're not even going to know. You're going to be like, wow, did they add, like, they're like, are there any, like, sensor pads, like, on my arm or something? It's just your cat being like, you motherfucker. So, in that case, no, right? It's not for everybody, but I'm pretty sure it's expensive. And when I say expensive, by the way, I mean, like, even if someone says, Matt, actually, go buy it right now, it's only $200. For me, that matters. Only $200 is not... That's a big expense for me, to adopt something that, while there are some really cool games coming out, I even talked about on one of the Matt rants for E3. I'm pretty sure it was... I don't think it was Bethesda's. It might have been Ubisoft's. They had some very interesting horror VR games coming out. Horror in VR sounds amazing to me. This, though, even though this game sounds cool, and it sounds like it can be a horror game, looking at some of the screenshots, I don't know why a visual novel game would work in VR. Do you see what I mean, Tristan?
Yeah.
Because I have no problem with visual novel. I have no problem with visual novel horror games. In fact, there's some very interesting ones that you've talked to me about that I've seen. Visual novel and horror definitely go together, especially when they start off as cutesy. And you're like, oh my god, that's adorable. No. Yeah. Higurashi comes to mind. The other one that you were telling me about that you were playing with Anthony Toto and some other mutual friends of ours. What was it called? It was was Diary in the name or no?
No. Oh,
but you know what I'm. Yeah, so you know what I'm
blanking. Yeah.
That's fine. It was a newer game. Came out just this past year. But anyway, personally, I don't think it's funny. I'm gonna have to look at the actual goals, and you know what? Fuck it. While we're doing this podcast, since that's what we do here, let's actually talk about the goals since it didn't get funded yet. So maybe you can consider this a promotional bump, because you know our TG bump. We're always bumping these already. These campaigns that have already been funded. Let's actually try to bump one that hasn't been. Alright, so Tokyo Chronos, let's see right here, because I'm interested in their goals, because I want to see what I'm getting, because when it comes to a Kickstarter, or even a Patreon, I'm always thinking about me. I don't know, I guess I'm egotistical. No, but I'm always thinking like, oh, is it a good bang for your buck, right? So there's the $1 pledge, which is, every bit counts, and you get a backer kit to pledge for individual rewards. I don't know what that means. Then we have digital Steam key or PlayStation VR for $40. Receive a digital copy of the game either on Steam or PlayStation VR. Okay, so that's, I think, one weird thing right there, where there's no in-between, there's no cute little stickers, no digital wallpaper. Immediately it's like either $1 or $40.
Right.
And 32 people backed it at $40. 29 people backed it at $1. That's actually really sweet. Because you're not getting anything for that $1. That's actually really nice of them. For $60, you're getting the physical copy, PC version, and digital OST. That's actually really cool. You're getting a Tokyo Chronos digital key, a physical copy for the PC, and digital soundtrack. That's pretty nice, actually. For $75, you're getting the digital art book. That's sexy. But the thing, though, is, I'm sure I have to look at the Kickstarter itself, but just from the article, I don't really see much that I'd want a full-on digital art book for this game. Because I don't know, maybe it's just me. When I think of a game when I think of something and I'm like, oh, I want that art book, it's usually based off of an established franchise.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, usually. Like, people usually say, oh, I want the art book for, this Final Fantasy game, or Final Fantasy series, or for Legend of Zelda, for Dragon Ball Z, by Toriyama, or, who's writing the Super manga? Toyotaro?
Yeah, Toyotaro.
Oh, God. I was like, got it right. Yes. Anyway, but yeah, 75 gets you the digital art book. Oh, by the way, it's a digital art book. So, I'm not saying you have to, it's a lot of money to print out art books. It actually really is. It actually is. But to say digital art book, that's like wallpaper.
Right.
In a way. But, either way, I digress. 75, 3 people have backed at 75. Where you get the digital key, physical copy, digital soundtrack, and digital art book. By the way, I know some people might also say, oh, digital soundtrack, haha. But to be fair, digital soundtrack, those are like, hopefully, uncompressed FLAC files. So they're going to be amazing and sound beautiful, most likely. So digital soundtrack I have no problem with. The art book is kind of where things, to me, get a little wonky. But, anyway, so $80. Can't choose? Get both digital keys. So you can get it for Steam and for PSVR and the physical copy and the digital art book. Alright? 9 people have backed it at $80 for $129. This is the one that I'd actually want to donate to. You get a staff roll credit and a mini light novel. So basically you get the PC copy, the digital soundtrack, digital art book, the Steam key, and the PlayStation VR key. Now I know to you, Tristan, you're like, but why does that matter? That's something that, just like with some other Kickstarters that I've backed before, even though I'm not doing this now because I don't have VR, this is where I'd be like, Tristan, you want to split it? Right? But we're not doing that. And now we're not even doing that off the air, by the way. We're not doing that at all because I don't have VR. And unless someone can tell me that a VR kit is like $50, I'm not interested. No, 50. Yeah, they're not $50.
No freaking way.
No, that I'm not interested. But anyway, still. But that still is a lot, and a mini light novel. That's a lot. 4 backers. I think those people are actually making a good. I don't know what you want to call it. It's not a purchase yet. It's not technically an investment either. But still, they're a good choice in backing that. And then there's the Tokyo Chronos Limited Edition, $179, and it's with all sorts of goodies. Now, it says that it's filled with all sorts of goodies. It has not told me what it's filled with, unless it's actually in the Kickstarter itself, but my phone can't load those pictures. So perhaps there's... Oh, good God. Tristan, are you a fan of vinyl?
I know. I
Holy shit.
Scanned through them.
That's fucking beautiful.
You want to... Because there's, the 179, I think it has one other thing aside from the 129 one.
No, it's just the limited edition. That's all for 179.
Oh, okay.
But they don't tell me what goodies are in it. That's the issue.
Right.
Because that's the thing. 129 is like staff roll, credit, and mini light novel. So 179 is limited edition. But for $249 to get that vinyl, dude, that's fucking beautiful.
And then if you want to skip all the way down to the bottom, the top pledge is 2,499 or more for the ultimate package, and you get everything, and I believe everything is also signed by the actors, the creators, and stuff like that.
Let's go in order. Let me explain to you why. Let me just go in order for a second, Tristan, because my heart just stopped. Let me explain. Okay. So vinyl record for $249. That's actually pretty fucking cool. 400 and 3 people have backed that. For $399, development team special set. So you receive a Shikishi signboard with autographs from the development team, and on top of that, received a development design materials book featuring behind-the-scenes materials from Tokyo Chronos with your name in the staff credits. And of course everything else before. And 0 people have backed that. All right. But for $5.99, this is a signed Shikishi from a voice actor, and you get everything from the $3.99 tier, and then you also get that as well. 3 people have backed that, but so All Gone. You were talking about something from the All Gone section, Tristan, because in the All Gone section, I'm not going to talk about the early bird stuff. Okay, for $1,500, but man, it's actually $1,499. Stop it, you! For $1,500. You get a signed Shikishi from all the main VAs, and everything from the $399 tier. There were only 2 of those available.
Right.
2 people backed that. That means 2 people were like, I don't just like this concept. This concept gives me an erection. And I'm sitting there like, sure, all right. Like...
I mean, I guess they either really love the actors or really love the artist, or both. I
don't kink shame. I'm just confused. That's $1,499. But here's where it gets more intense, Tristan.
Yeah.
2 backers could only fulfill this version. Hand-drawn illustration from LAM. Because I'm assuming LAM, because who's the character designer? I'm not going to say Lamb. But still, $1,499 as well.
Yep.
Ooh. But here is the ultimate package, which, strangely enough, has been what no woman has ever called my penis. Now, for $2,500, I don't know how Tristan looks right now. I can't see him until I see him in post. I hope his face is a mixture of shock, awe, and understanding. $2,500 for the ultimate package. For the one who wants it all, get everything from the $399 tier, as well as 9 signed Shikishi from each of the 9 main voice actors, and a hand-drawn color illustration of a character of your choice from Tokyo Chronos by LAM. And that was 1 backer. Only open to 1 person who was like, my erection is now piercing the heavens. And they just threw their money. Dude, that's a lot of money. So, I gotta be honest. Even if this thing doesn't make its goal, Even if it doesn't, which it would be nice if it does. It looks like a good concept. Even if I'm not going to buy it, doesn't mean that no one should be able to enjoy it, right?
Right, yeah.
But still, even if this thing never makes its goal, dude, that should mean a lot to this team. That people put that much money down. Unless, and I'm not saying this is against the team, I'm just saying it in general. Unless, like my thought was with the $100-some-odd one, 5 people just got together and were like, I want that part of it. Well, I want that part. Well, I want that part. And people just pooled their money together. Like a group of friends just pooled their money together and were like, yeah, I'll put down, 200. I'll put down 200. I'll put down 200.
Something tells me that wasn't the case, but it might be.
It might be, because think about how much you're getting in that ultimate package.
Yeah.
No, because hear me out. When you look at the ultimate package, because I said from the $399 tier, but let's actually break it down for a second. You're getting the digital soundtrack, the digital art book, the Steam and PlayStation VR key, a staff roll credit, a mini light novel, a limited edition version of the game physical, the vinyl record, and the development team signed Shikishi, and the development design materials book, and staff roll credit in the development design materials book, and 9 voice actors signing the separately signed Shikishis. So from each main voice actor, and then the hand-drawn illustrated Shikishi from LAM. I have a weird feeling that people may potentially have pooled some money together, because that's a lot of money to drop. For, unless, like you said, which does happen, there's someone who's like a super fan. Oh, shit, you know who probably funded that? Jaden Smith. I bet you a lot of fucking money that Jaden, good for you, I guess. I don't know. Jaden Smith, a huge anime fan, he created his own anime for Netflix. Will Smith's kid.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, okay, I can't see his reaction. I don't know, I just see your silence. I bet you money Jaden Smith put money down on that. Because it's very interesting to have someone, granted it's a lot, it's a good deal if you're interested, but that's a lot of money as well. $2,500. So I'm kind of wondering, like, if, I guess from our perspective, the people who don't have $2,500 to put down, if a bunch of people just got together and was like, I want that, Shikishi, I want that Shikishi, I want that Shikishi, and just put X amount of money per, instead of trying to just pay for, another tier. I don't know. Either way, goddamn. So, either way, hope they get their Kickstarter funded. 35 days to go, which meant that they probably had a 60-day Kickstarter set up. So, I hope it does well. I don't know what else to say, Tristan. I mean, I know you're not really interested in buying the game either, but still.
I like a good murder mystery.
No, I think it'll be a good game. I just that I'm not, and I'm sure you're not, tell me if I'm wrong, interested in buying the VR, like it for the VR aspect.
Yeah.
If it was just, hey, pay $15 on Steam, no VR, maybe, but having VR incorporated into it. I mean, do you want to pay $500 for a headset? Someone out there is going to tell me that I'm wrong, and maybe I am. But again, it's not $50. You show me a headset that's $50, working, somewhat brand new, maybe I'll get into VR. Maybe.